February 16th, 2025. I slept a full 7 hours, I want to say. So that felt pretty good. Didn't, I mean, I'd prefer to go to the full 8, but 7's good. My arm's feeling a little better in the morning, so that was good. It made me a little more optimistic about the practice I had planned for today, the arm wrestling practice. So I spent the morning a little bit of organizing, not a whole lot, kind of relaxing until around noon or so when I headed out and drove down to Portland. The rain was kind of a little bit come and go and wasn't terrible, but it kind of got blustery on the way there. I headed down a little early, that way I could grab some food before going to practice at 4 p.m. So I got there, I guess, around 3-ish, and headed over to the, it's like a bunch of food trucks that are kind of permanent installations in a little area. I took a little video of it, which I am putting on the screen now. It's, yeah, anyway, kind of interesting little setup. I think it sounded like when I talked with Mark, the guy who runs the Portland club, he said, and he just lives a few blocks away from there, he said those are pretty common. So I guess that's a normal thing in the Portland area. Maybe, you know, is this the trendy thing these days in large cities that I'm just not really aware of? I'm not too sure. But I had some good pizza, good wood-fired pizza, and called it good. Headed to practice. The crew there was good. Most of the guys I've seen there before, a few new faces. Ben came down, also joined the fun. And yeah, we had good pulling, good strong guys there. Nick and Ernest really working the muscles good. Had a good pull with Mark. And yeah, a lot of fun. I think I can't tell if I'm advancing at all, but I kind of feel like I felt a little stronger than maybe last time, so that was good. But yeah, kind of maybe I burned down a little quicker. Today's practice was my 4th practice in 8 days, if you count Montana, then Team Strong Arms on Monday. Montana was 2 Saturdays ago, so 8 days. Team Strong Arms, Arm Jitsu on Thursday, and now Portland today. And now that I think about it, maybe that's the most different practices I've done in that span of time. Different, each time being a different location. So that's pretty cool, I guess. Yeah, so that was the main part of my day. I drove home. I left there, I guess, around 6, a little after 6. So I got a couple hours. Came home and worked on a little bit more of my bedroom clean out, kind of moving my stuff into the garage. Made a little progress. It's not a ton, but I don't think there's any true timeline on that. Chad wants me to have it done by this week, so I think I'm guessing I'll get most of it completed tomorrow. That would be my thought, or maybe tomorrow, and if not tomorrow, by Tuesday, and then I'll just essentially be fully moved in there. That way Chad can show this house a little more easily and hopefully get a good price for it. My thought for the day, as I was driving, kind of listening to different podcasts or the like, I encountered the thought of AI dating. And AI is such a hot topic right now in so many ways, mostly the generative AI for imagery, but also ChatGPT being the popular thing that people interact with, that can talk to people in sort of a realistic, or I guess human-like way, to the degree that I guess it pretty much passes the Turing test, or so I think I've heard it claimed. And what I mean by AI dating would be, I guess, thinking about the idea of feeding, your personality, training an AI bot, or I'm not sure what the term would be, an AI entity, to kind of understand you as a person, or at least know about you as a person. You'd have to feed it like your communications, that way it can see how you communicate with people, and maybe fill out questionnaires, very thorough, lengthy questionnaires, of course. The more data you can give it, the better. And just really kind of embed your personality into this AI entity and allow it to do the dating element for you in a way. Whether, I don't know, or maybe just use it to kind of screen people, or, find profiles that might match you well based on preferences, or your, your perceived preferences. Yeah, and it seems like you could even use it to chat with people if you programmed it well enough, which could take out some of the nerves for those that are more socially awkward or anxious, because they're not actually doing it. It seems like there's a way you could build an AI entity that could sort of function on your behalf in the dating market in some way. Yeah, it's an interesting concept. I think obviously it could there are many problems, infinite problems that could arise from this. And I initially think it almost in a way would create another layer of separation between actual human interaction, in a similar way that social media has done over the last 20 years, where we kind of feel like we're more connected to people because of social media, but in a way we've really become less connected, maybe because of social media, because of the idea that we feel or think that we're more connected, or both of those. And so we crave the personal connection less. It's a slippery slope when you start thinking about, anyway, the idea of interacting with other people via anything that isn't you, that something else does the interaction on your behalf. Yeah, maybe it's kind of scary, but anyway, the thought is there. I think seems interesting to me. Seems like there could be some possibility there. In some ways, I think about it as potential way for men who particularly struggle in online dating to maybe get a foot in the door, because if a girl, for instance, has an AI entity that is, looking for a good man, the AIs themselves probably, I would tend to think it would be more difficult to program them with the prejudice that women have now, and how they seem to be aiming at very high value candidates, and generally tend to overlook those that might also be excellently equipped to connect well and make them happy. But because of these prejudices, maybe societally inbuilt, or whatever other things influence women these days in the way they perceive and pursue relationships, it seems like the extra layer that would insulate us, using this AI sort of avatar, might allow women to more courageously search for those that actually could be good for them, that are not stereotypically perceived as high value. I don't know. Maybe this is just me feeling like, even believing fully that I would make a great husband, that I would make a great father, because of the things that I have worked toward in my life diligently. Yet, despite all that, feeling essentially left out of the market because I don't like playing the dumb game of trying to look like something I'm not, like trying to look like that worldly high-level man. And it makes me a little bummed out to think, yeah, I don't get those chances because I don't like playing that game. Maybe not. Maybe the disdain I have for that game and my lack of willingness to play it is a form of fear, maybe, or it could be maybe it shows that I wouldn't be a good husband or a good father. I don't know how it could show that. Maybe my lack of interest in that societal norm is a negative to a lot of women. I don't know, but I find it all frustrating, as you can probably hear in the tone of my voice. I just want a chance to do my best to raise a family and do some good things in this world. I mean, I'm doing my part. I enjoy my work. I do good things, but definitely I feel like I could have a positive influence on other people's lives. And who wants to be alone? There's no need for that. It makes no sense. It just doesn't. I've been independently alone for more than a quarter century. Um, I've been lucky, I've got a lot of good friends. Maybe that's what makes it easier for me. And I can see the positive influence I have through my work and through my social interactions. So I am fed very regularly by those things, but how much more impact and more value I could offer in a personal, committed relationship. And yeah, it makes me kind of sad that it's so hard for me to figure that out. For me and for her, whoever that is. I don't know. I don't know what she's looking for. It's a little curious to think about the possibility of those missed connections. The women that I've encountered in some way that either I've rejected or that have encountered me, that have rejected me. And yeah, I'm sure it could have worked out with many different people. And either of us were blind for whatever reason, to the other. And here we are. Here I am, single. She might not be. Maybe she's happy with another man, but so it goes. Anyway, it was a good day. I look forward to a good week. I'm getting to bed at a decent time. It's not terrible, but my call time for work tomorrow isn't super early, so that's nice. On to a good week. All right, take it easy, y'all.